What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time media seller, Amazon, eBay, all of that fun stuff. Today's video is an exciting one. So I have to choose. Who is worse, Amazon or eBay sellers? I've been doing this for many years now, YouTube and reselling before I started YouTube. So I feel like today I have a clear, concise picture of what the temperament is going on right now that I see, especially as a content creator. It's a little bit different than maybe your average reseller that just sells on eBay and Amazon. But we got what we're sending into Amazon, what we're selling on Amazon. We even got a little bit of Macari talk, a tiny bit. Wasn't from my mouth, it'll be from somebody else's mouth, right? So we're just gonna dive into this, right? So I guess I should I got a long list. So I sat down and I wrote all the things that kind of like, I don't know, drive me crazy when it comes to eBay resellers and when it comes to Amazon sellers, right? And I think there's a lot to be said from both sides of the fence where, you know, pet peeves. Not everybody's going to agree with the things I say. You probably have your own list, which you should. But before we get into the list, the YouTube comment of the week. Let me get it pulled up real quick here. All right, it is from E-Ray. E-Ray been a member of the channel forever. He's finally taken the plunge, getting his Amazon levels up, getting his eBay inventory listed. He said, last week, you know, we had an eBay seller in their thrift store ripping open the new stuff, so I couldn't get any of it, right? It is what it is. Karma, what goes around comes around. E-Ray says, my experience much different. I've learned that most people are dumb and lazy, so when some a-hole does stuff like that, it's just par for the course. I mean, he isn't wrong. Most resellers, none of you watching this are lazy, but most resellers are, right? And those that watch this channel, we're only a little peon of the overall reselling spectrum. So what you see here that goes on the channel might not be an absolute reflection of what all of reselling is like, because listen, most of you are subscribed to a bunch of different resellers. You see the kind of different temperament on different channels and what platforms they're selling on, how things work, what you see on social media. But now I'm jumping right into this. The first thing I got written down for Amazon sellers that drives me nuts and makes me think sometimes Amazon sellers are worse than eBay sellers: complaining about fees. Listen, if you sign up for a platform, you don't understand how the fees work on said platform, in my opinion, you can't complain. Everybody knows Amazon has the highest fees of any platform. So when I hear Amazon sellers complain about fees, I just think to myself, hey, you know what you're signing up for, and if you were too stupid to not read the terms and conditions or see anybody else in the universe talk about reselling on Amazon and how the fees are atrocious, then that's on you. I don't want to hear it. It drives me nuts from Amazon sellers when we complain about the fees of selling on Amazon. If you don't like the fees, you can drive Uber in the 2008 Lamborghini I have here. Just cut me in a little bit of the percentage. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But I also asked other resellers, right? I like to get a little bit of a sample size so you guys just don't hear from me. Now, listen, you don't know my Discord, YouTube membership members from a hole in the wall, but it is fun to get kind of their perspectives on different things, right? So I said, hey, who's worse, Amazon or eBay? And surprisingly, you guys know my favorite Amazon, right? So you would think like everybody would just favor Amazon in the Discord. That's not the case. We're gonna have a split sample here. You're gonna get a little bit from both sides. You know, you never know what you're gonna get from these people. We got from Grimace. Yes, Grimace's profile picture is Grimace from McDonald's. The big scary, what is he, purple or blue? I'm colorblind, so blue and purple are like the same color to me. The big scary blue guy. eBay sellers have to be worse. Half of them don't even know how to use the platform and are always complaining about slow sales when they have a store with 1,000 items full of junk. At least Amazon sellers are just scan and go. So Grimace is pretty, I mean, listen, that's a pretty strong take. That did not come from my mouth, although I am going to touch a little bit on that later. So Grimace is kind of, you know, he's not a fan of you eBay sellers. Now, I'm going to jump over and I'm going to defend the eBay sellers, right? I think that the overall spectrum of content creation, if we take Amazon content creators versus eBay content creators, I think the eBay content creators overall are just better. I don't know if it's just my down-to-earth personality, and I just feel like the eBay sellers, the eBay YouTubers are more relatable, right? They don't drive the 2008 Lamborghinis, right? It's usually, you know, they're working out of their home or they have kind of a small operation. To me, it ain't even close in the realm of content creation and being relatable to somebody. I think the eBay sellers blow it out of the water, because what's the Amazon sellers? I got it written down here, so I'm not just coming up with this one off the top. I'm going to read it word for word. Amazon personalities are shameless with courses and make it seem like selling on Amazon is passive. That's the biggest pet peeve of mine. Being a part of a content creation reselling platform, sure, there's plenty of good Amazon resellers out there, but the majority of it is shameless affiliate course software plugin garbage. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody's going to change my mind on that. Compare the eBay, your typical eBay YouTuber to your typical Amazon YouTuber. It's bad. It's really bad. And, you know, I try to not get into that cup of tea with promoting XYZ software, selling a course, or, you know, I have a membership. It's $2.99. I could probably charge $30 a month if I wanted to, but I don't want to, you know, it just doesn't sit well with me. But Amazon sellers, they don't care. If they think they can get $200 out of you for something they know ain't worth $200, hate to tell you, but they're going to charge $200 and they'll get plenty of suckers along the way. So for me, the Amazon personalities, I mean, we need to look in the mirror, get back on track here with who we want to be and what we're trying to do with our business. So, I mean, that's a huge one for me. When I came and sat down and I had to make a decision whether Amazon or eBay is worse, for me, being a content creator and being on social media, this plays a huge part in my decision, because you all know, I know a lot of you are eBay sellers, or maybe, you know, you kind of do both, but you all started with eBay. And I know a lot of you see the shamelessness that goes on in the Amazon realm. I apologize on behalf of the bozos, but there's always going to be someone else, right? Kind of goes hand in hand. All right, eBay and eBay dig. eBay sellers think cross-listing junk will help. 9 out of 10 YouTube eBay videos. I cross-list to Bonanza, to Mercari, to Mars.net, to Wayfair, to Etsy, to Walmart, to Anymart, to Kmart, to Sears. The cross-listing nonsense that goes on over in the eBay realm, it just ain't it. Pick a platform, do it right, list quality items. That's how you win. Listing your junk, your half-drank vitamin water bottle on 25 different platforms doesn't mean somebody's gonna want to buy it, right? And that's one thing Amazon sellers do have, is a lot of us just list on Amazon only, and we just roll with that, right? There's really not a lot of cross-listing. Sure, some of the huger bulk sellers will cross-list, but 99% of us, we just stick with Amazon and just sell on Amazon. We don't worry about any other platforms. But for some reason, eBay sellers need to be cross-listed on every single platform. It'll drive you crazy. Let's get another comment from the Discord. Next up, we have Mystic. Mystic's been around for a while too. Trick question. Mercari sellers are the worst. I assume they all got kicked off of eBay. I thought about this, and is Mystic right? Is the majority of Mercari sellers eBay delinquents, like people that got banned from eBay, now they have to sell on Mercari? Personally, I've never sold on Mercari, and I know, oh, no fees, all this other crap they're trying to do. There's always a catch to everything. But then he says, in some seriousness, I think as a whole, eBay sellers are worse because the barrier to entry is so low. The new Amazon seller as a population is pretty bad though, because you have a whole bunch of people in the group just waiting to be in over their heads with no real shot at getting over the initial hump. To summarize, I'm calling it a tie. They both are worse. Mystic doesn't like nobody. Mystic's like, I hate Macari, I hate eBay, I hate Amazon, I hate you, your cats, your dogs, everybody. But I understand it can be, you know, frustrating when you see different things that come along. And I think any new seller on a platform, the world we have created as content creators is detrimental to a new seller. Because I think about when I started, there was no full tutorial videos on how to set up software or how to properly do a listing or this or that. Now, anybody that's new wants everything just handed to them. And I'm perfectly fine, and that's honestly why I've taken a step back from doing tutorial videos, because even with tutorial videos, new sellers don't pay any attention to what is on the screen in front of them. I can give an ABC, A through Z tutorial on how to set something up exactly, and you still get questions because people just want everything handed to them instead of paying attention, taking notes, doing things on their own, figuring out the hard way. We've created a whole new realm of terrible new resellers, and there's nobody to blame but ourselves because we've made it so easy with the content, and not all content is correct, right? How much content do you see on social media or YouTube that's completely bad, wrong advice that you would never give nobody? But unfortunately, people watch this stuff, they get caught up in it, and you know, it never works out well. So Mystic's kind of right, you know, the new reseller, they'll drive you nuts. It's like having a newborn. It works the same exact way. All right, got another Discord coming in. Granny Skywalker. Amazon sellers that do merchant fulfilled, that means you pack and ship your stuff lately. I order something for $350. They send half. I've requested the rest or a refund. They said I had to ship the entire order back first. I explained they never sent the entire order. Then the next thing I know, they changed the entire listing. I contacted Amazon, and since they said it's merchant fulfilled, there's nothing that they could do. Amazon sellers, they'll take advantage of you if you can. There's a lot of Chinese scamming, drop shipping Amazon sellers. I'm here to tell you this. As a seller on Amazon, a lot of the junk that's on Amazon is made in China, shipped from China, drop shippers, anything, any way these people think they can make a dollar, they don't care if they rip you off. So she's justified in what she's saying. So what else do I have on mine? Amazon. Why I hate Amazon sellers. Copycat syndrome. Mike's got a 10x10 storage unit. Mike drives a 2008 Nissan Altima. Mike wears Columbia track jackets, Carhartt hats. Nobody can think for themselves anymore, especially in the Amazon world. Everybody wants to copy paste. And the problem with this is, I'm going to tie into another one here, is all of the software for Amazon sellers, right? We got this scanning software, we got listing software, we got repricing software. Nobody can take the time to experiment and find out what works for them. So what happens here? They use Mike's repricer settings, they use Mike's scanning settings, his listing software, and then when things don't go the way they want it to go, whose fault is it? Mike's fault. And I understand this, right? Like, hey, but I make it a point in every one of those videos. Everybody's reselling business is different. Yours, mine, theirs, everybody's. This is a guideline to get you on the right path. No two reselling businesses are exactly the same. I can't stress this enough. The copycat stuff, people try to do it on eBay, but it's a lot harder, right? I guess you can kind of category like copycat, like, oh, Tech sells, you know, clothes, so I'm going to sell the same brands he sells. Like, I kind of get that, but on Amazon, it's way worse. The software copying is just like, it's like cheating on a test, basically. So I kind of strayed away from putting all the software tutorials and this and that, because then, you know, everybody just wants to copy paste, and then it's a big mess overall. So I steered clear of it. Now, somebody you all are familiar with, Johnny, he responded this week, right? So his first response was, they are the same people, so hatred is spread equally. I mean, we kind of expect that response from Johnny, but I responded to Johnny and I said, pick a side. Stop with this, oh, I'm going to please everybody. Everybody's so great, everybody gets a reward. Well, his response to that was Amazon, because they are lazier and cry louder. I don't know if this is a dig at me, right? Maybe he just thinks Amazon sellers cry louder because I'm always crying to him. No, he is right, though. If I had to compare the workload of a full-time eBay seller to the workload of a full-time Amazon seller, it ain't even close. And if you are a full-time Amazon seller and you're putting in the same work as the eBay person, you better be making a boatload of money. eBay sellers do a lot more work. Just think of the photos alone, right? That blows it out the water. eBay sellers got to do photos. Amazon, you're lazy. It ain't even up for discussion, Amazon. You're beat. You lose that every single time. And I think since Johnny, you know, over 10,000 listings on his eBay store, now he's kind of transferred more to Amazon. So that's a good representation of what's going on here. I think that's like the perfect person to have answer this question. All right. I got Deb, wonderful wife of mine. I got Deb to give me one for each, and they're both good. And I'm surprised I didn't write these down, but that's, you know, that's what she's here for. She keeps us in line. She keeps us on the right path. So for Amazon, she says the sales bar, orange bars nonsense you see with the Amazon sellers. I've sold, hell, Mike made $25 trillion on Amazon. Hell, Johnny made $10 billion on Amazon. All Amazon sellers do is post their sales. I'm here to tell you, if you're an Amazon seller and you're one of these people that post on social media, post on YouTube about your sales, I could care less. You're a loser. You are misleading people by saying, hey, I sold $10,000. Well, Billy, how much of that $10,000 did you actually make after fees and buy costs? Don't worry about that. I use credit cards. I'm going to make lots of money off my points. But Billy, you're telling people you're making trillions. Mike, it's all on credit. We're going to get rich together off the points. I'm going to make a little bit of money, maybe 2 to 5%. It's sickening. I hate it. It's the biggest thing I can't stand. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that I've started kind of growing up on Amazon with and like watching their videos, a lot of them have turned into, I'm just going to push my orange bars in your face. Hey, you see my bars? I'm rich. Yeah, suck it, loser. You're broke. You're broke. Look at my bars. Where are your bars at? Hey, eBay sellers, where's your orange bars? It is so disgusting. It kind of ties into how shameless Amazon sellers are. It's sickening. So we got eBay for Deb. This is where I need like the thing that pops up. It says the words in this video are not all my own words. Please do not assume that I believe the same things that these people believe. Honestly, I kind of do, but still, like, disclaimer, like, Deb said this, not me, eBay sellers. Number of listings like it's a badge of honor, and it's all low-value junk. You would think, listen, she's married to me, so she sees and hears a lot of the nonsense that goes on in the reselling world, and I agree 100%. I got 35,000 listings. Can you believe it? You should not be having those kind of listings unless you're selling a whole bunch of volume and you're scaling correctly. The problem is we got solo resellers, solo entrepreneurs with 50,000 listings. Are you not selling anything ever? Like, there's no way you're listing 1,000 a day to sell 1,000 a day, to pack 1,000 a day. It is so crazy. How many listings you got is like your swagger as an eBay reseller. Like, it is such backwards thinking. Wouldn't you want to have 0 active, right? I got 0 active because everything's sold. You should be like, I'm shooting to have under 10 active listings. No, these people are like 10,000, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 listings. Like, is it going to sell? Probably not. But hey, it's cool. It's cool to be like, hey, I got 50,000 listings over on that eBay world. So that kind of, you know, that covers the Discord. I'll give a final thought at the end of where I sit with this. and we'll go from there. So let's get into what we sold on Amazon this past week. I'm gonna butcher this right away. Tchaikovsky Swan Lake American Ballet Theater. This was a DVD. I believe it was new. We sold it for $48.99. I was into it for $2.50. Profit was $35.98. 33 bucks after fees. That thing sold basically right away. So any kind of Tchaikovsky on DVD, ballet stuff. I know I've heard of Swan Lake. I don't know exactly what it is. I think there was a movie, but that sold basically the week it got sent in. So hey, 33 bucks in my pocket. I take it all day long. Next up, The Twilight Zone, the movie, Blu-ray. This was actually not even new. I think this was used. We sold it for $49.99. Woo! That's a Blu-ray you don't want to skip. The Twilight Zone. Most of us would scan that anyway. Profit was $37.17. I got this at a Goodwill for $2.99, so right around 35 bucks. I don't know why this specific Twilight Zone Blu-ray, Twilight Zone the movie. Maybe it was just a limited run or something, but I mean, I'll take another $35 bill. Best sale of the week. I showed you guys this one. We got this for free from the library. Yay! Free, zero buy cost. Woohoo! Sold it for $99.99. Pack and iron. Gun leather of the Frontier West. The only iron I'm packing is my Bluetooth scanner, and like, I don't know, if somebody like comes up to mug me, like, you think it'll put them off, right? Like if I get you right in the eye, like, they're like, hey, give me all your money. I'm like, blind them in the eye, right? And then I can just take off and run. I am fast. I'm really fast. I'm like Roadrunner fast. I'm short. I got legs. I can move really fast. Growing up in the city, got to run from crime sometimes, right? Woo, I'm hauling butt. I'm hauling butt. You ain't catching me. So profit was $75.01. Zero buy cost. So $75.01. And that actually takes me to another one I had forgot to mention. It's really, you know, there's always a buy cost. eBay sellers don't value their time. I give eBay sellers stuff for free. They'll list it for $5 and just think, hey, I got it for free. How much time did it take you? That's one of my biggest pet peeves with reselling overall. Nobody values their time. Everybody's time is free, I guess. If you got a whole bunch of free time, feel free to come over and work for free for me, for free. Like, value your time, people. I mean, this ain't a charity. This is a business. Let's start treating it like one. So that's the 3 sales we got. Now I'm going to hop over to some of the stuff we're sending. I'm pretty sure I hit everything on here. Overpacking on eBay. Listen, a half of a half percent of your customers are going to come back and buy. They don't want your slice of birthday cake in with their stuff. They don't want your Twizzlers. They don't want none of that stuff. Stop overpacking your stuff, eBay sellers. Let's be real. If they buy the vitamin water, they're not going to come back and buy the CD, right? Like, just because you put a slice of birthday cake in there. I mean, it's a really good cake, you know, it's not a real skinny slice. Maybe it's like a quarter of the cake. Then they might come back if it's really good. But get out of here. I want repeat sellers. You got 300 items listed. Nobody's coming back to your store to buy your crap. Let's go. I got a box full of Huggies. I grew up on the little Hugs, the little juice drinks. Let's see. I'm just gonna grab some stuff in here. Yeah, start recording my phone. I promise it's A-OK. I made so much money off this lady. Leslie Sansone, Just Walk. Her stuff usually sells pretty fast. Some of it is junk, right? Because she's done a lot of walking DVDs. There's a lot of it that's junk, but there's also a lot of it that's good, right? This is a perfect example. This thing's gonna sell the week it gets checked in. $25.17 it'll sell for. You make $16.04. We got this from our Fill-A-Bag store, so we're into this for nothing. Next up, we have The Middle. No idea what this show is. $3 price tag. Season 6 of The Middle. I know the guy in the back. I know him, but that's about it. Yet again, this thing will sell pretty quick. Make $18. We're in it for 3, so we make 15, 16 bucks. What else we got going on? The Mask of Death. This is a slow seller, sells only once every 2 months. We paid 99 cents for it. Praise for Inspector DeCook Investigates series. Nice little book there. Johnny Cash. The Gospel Music of Johnny Cash. I mean, if you see this one, you probably know you should scan it. Make 11 bucks. Probably into this for $1, $2. We had company over, so I just got a whole box of junk that I couldn't fill a box with. So that's why you're getting the random assortment of nonsense that we have here. Space Battleship Yamato. This thing looks cool. It looks like it's a shark. Blu-ray, no idea. Paid $3. You make right under 10 bucks. This thing will sell right away. Also, turn 3 into 7, rinse and repeat. That's how you win at this game. That's what I'm sending. What am I drinking today? Maybe we can do a segment on what I'm drinking. Arizona. Arizona. Mucho mango. I'm a huge fan of mango fruity drinks. Deb's not, you know, as big a fan. She's more of the vitamin water gal. I love Arizonas. When I worked at CVS, I drink way too much Arizona every single day. Now I got a local Rite Aid. They got Arizona, so now it's like my local watering hole. I go to Rite Aid, grab a few 99-cent Arizonas, and I'm like set for the week. So that's gonna do it. Let me know who you think is worse. Oh wait, I didn't even give my final thought. I almost left you guys without telling you who I thought was worse. All right, drum roll please. Amazon sellers are worse for many, many reasons. And a lot of it is related to the main personalities in the Amazon universe that make it seem like it's just, oh, just start an Amazon business and get rich overnight and get a Chase credit card and be rich. And yeah, everything will go perfect and you'll be rich in no time. That's what pisses me off. It's misleading. That's probably the main reason I've done YouTube this long and will continue to do YouTube in the Amazon space. Because there's not a lot of people out there that'll break down numbers. How much are they exactly making? Give you actual details on how things actually work. Yes, I have a course, not a course. I got a group, but like it's 200 other people that pay $3 plus per month. We have weekly calls. It's the greatest thing ever when it comes to selling me on Amazon. So like, yeah, sure, I get 70% of that $3 when you become a member. Like, it's just for my time and my effort that I put into everything. So that's gonna do it for the video. I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more useful videos. Bye-bye.